Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the JRS Cars YouTube channel. In today's video, the car I have is an absolute enthusiast dream. And the best part is, this car can be yours.
Let me take you for a ride, dancing with the lights, our hearts beating like a drum tonight. Let me take you for a ride, for a ride.
This is a 2007 Honda Civic Automatic. And boy oh boy, this car looks absolutely brand new. So this, like I mentioned, is a 2007 car. But as you guys can see, this car is like over 12-13 years old. And well, it doesn't show a hint of its age. Even in our modern days, this vehicle looks as good as any other car that's in the market today. Straight away, let's start with the headlights. So you get the dual halogen setup over here, along with this blue tinted element, making the car look really very sporty. You get fog lights as well. We have the typical Honda grille with a single bar of chrome, making this car look really very premium. Moving to the side, the wheels are a bit small, so you get 15-inch wheels and the tire size is 195/65 R15. Moving to the side profile, wow. Another thing that makes this car really unique is the color. Not many Honda Civics were sold in purple, and at that time, it was a bit of a bold color choice to make. But today, I'm glad the original owner did that because, well, the car looks absolutely stunning in purple. So this car being the top end V version, we get the indicators on the mirror as well. Wow, car looks really very low slung and sporty. Going to the side, we get rear disc brakes as well. Moving to the back of the vehicle, we have the Honda badging, Civic over there, the Honda logo and 1.8V, because this vehicle is the top end V version. We also get dual exhausts over there, and the tail lights look really very cool with this afterburner effect. Another thing is we have this carbon fiber sticker over here for that added hint of sportiness. Okay, take a look at the door pad. We have this sportily styled door handle, as you guys can see over there. We have your window controls, your lock and lock button, and the buttons for controlling the rear view mirror. Door pockets too are quite small, but that doesn't matter. Let's quickly get inside. Wow guys, sitting in the driver's seat of the Honda Civic. Typical Honda sounds. Wow, that's the silky smooth nature of the 1.8 VTEC engine. So talking about the dashboard design, wow, this vehicle is absolutely futuristic. We have this sloping design over here. We have a dual split instrument cluster. So you have your speedometer there, you have your fuel gauge and your engine temperature meter. And over here you have your tachometer, and this vehicle revs all the way to 7,000 RPM. Absolutely amazing. So talking about the center control stack, I mean, you can see it's angled towards the driver because, well, this was a driver focused enthusiast car at that time. We have a tiny display for the clock and of course your audio settings. You have buttons for AM, FM and all other stuff which belong to 2007. You have your automatic climate control AC. We have a small storage cubby over here and another one over here as well, which can be closed for that premium look. We have a real sporty looking gear lever. We have the very futuristic handbrake. Wow, looks really very nice. We have another storage over here which can be closed. We have a center storage over here as well. Glove box too is quite big, as you can see. Wow, we have a light over here as well. We have your wiper controls over there and your indicator controls over there. We have another storage over here as well, small storage cubby. And look at this, we have your headlight leveler, the button to increase the brightness of your gauge cluster and to reset your trip computer. Look at this over here. This how cool is that, man? This car has dual horns. That's nothing. this is this. Absolutely amazing. We have an automatic mirror over here, and if you put the vehicle in reverse, this activates over here, so you can see how far you are and what's behind you basically. That's something quite cool. And this vehicle has power folding mirrors. And best part is, even after so many years, it works perfectly fine. Let's now move to the rear of the car. So back seat, I mean, you have your window controls over here, you have a small storage over here, and wow, the space at the back is absolutely amazing. Now the driver's seat has been set to my driving position, and I'm 6 foot tall, and as you guys can see, I have enough legroom over here. I mean, yes, my knee is slightly touching, but again, this has been set all the way back, and the roof is like, wow. We do have a center armrest hidden over under this cover, so that's something to look forward to. And well, yeah, I mean, what else can I say? It's a really comfortable back seat. Headroom is decent. I mean, my head is almost touching, but it's manageable. Legroom I showed you. Under the support too is quite decent. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say? It's a Honda Civic. We have this button over here, and the single button handles both the fuel door and the boot. So it says pull for the boot. So let's open that. And as you guys can see, the boot is quite decent. Please ignore my JRS Cars stuff over there. And underneath we have a spare tire as well. So cool. That's the boot of the Honda Civic. Let's now open the engine bay. And there we have it, the beautiful 1.8 liter motor chugging away very beautifully inside everything. And with that, let's now get driving the Honda Civic. Alright guys, so driving the Honda Civic. Before we get to the driving experience, let me tell you something really important about Hondas and their petrol automatic sedans. Just because the new Civic and the new City come with CVT automatic gearboxes, it does not mean that every generation of the Civic and the City uses CVT automatic. This generation of the Civic and the third generation of the Honda City in India used 5-speed torque converter automatic gearboxes, and the Type 2 City way back in the early 2000s also used a 4-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. Please make sure you have your facts straight before commenting that every Civic and City is a CVT automatic. With that out of the way, let me tell you why I think this generation of the Honda Civic is much better than the 10th generation car we had in India. Let's start with the engine. So this car uses a 1.8 liter i-VTEC motor producing 132 bhp and 172 Nm of peak torque. And guess what? The 10th generation car used the exact same power plant converted to meet BS6 emission norms, which made the vehicle feel really lethargic, especially when you compare it to the older car. Next, the gearbox. This car, as mentioned earlier, used a 5-speed torque converter automatic with paddle shifters, and the new car used a horrible CVT gearbox with paddle shifters. Well, you guys know how bad a CVT is to drive for enthusiasts, and this engine and gearbox combo was really very bad, especially in the all-new Honda Civic. Talking about styling, yes, the new car looked really nice with the aggressive LED lighting, a really low stance, but it lacked the elegance of the older car. And finally, moving to the interiors, yes, the new car was more spacious, had a lot more technology like fancy cameras, LED lights everywhere, and nice comfortable seats. However, it lacked the futuristic look of this Civic. I mean, just take a look at this dashboard. We have a split display for the instrument cluster, a speedometer on top, tachometer down below, the futuristic dashboard. This car really makes you feel like you're flying an airplane rather than piloting a car. And this magic appeal is what is missing in the 10th generation car. And to top it all, the car cost over 20 lakh rupees on road. And the car definitely did not do any justice to this high price tag. And that's why I feel the 10th gen car failed really badly in India. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get back to this car. So starting with visibility, the windshield is raked all the way back and the dashboard extends all the way forward. So you really have a sense of space in this car. And that's something Honda does really well, making a small compact cabin feel really spacious. I mean, once you sit in this car, you'll feel cars like the 3 Series and the C-Class feel very cramped inside. That's how well Honda does their space engineering inside the cabin. The mirrors are really wide, offering a good field of view. Talking about this car's ride and handling balance, yes, the long wheelbase and soft suspension mean you do need to be really careful over big speed breakers. However, take them at an angle and you should be good to go. The suspension soaks up bumps quite well, and this car with just 49,000 kilometers drives like an absolutely new car. The Civic is a good handler. I won't say excellent because the soft suspension does cause a bit of body roll. However, a few suspension mods would make this car feel right up there at the best, and this car would feel beautifully nimble on cornering. Moving to performance. So this car, like I mentioned, uses a 1.8 litre i-VTEC motor producing 130 bhp and 172 Nm of peak torque. These numbers might not sound much by today's standards. However, the Civic has more than enough power for day-to-day driving as well as fun-spirited driving on the highway. Let's now do a quick acceleration run. The instant throttle response of this engine combined with the quick shifts of this old gearbox mean that this car performs really well for its age, and that's something which really given the Civic a cult following in India. A car from 2006 performs as well as any other car on sale today, be it in looks, performance, styling, interior space, you name it, this car has it. And I think that's why this car has such a big fan following, not only in India but around the world. This car is also really mod friendly. LED headlights, LED tail lights, a small Mugen RR body kit, slightly bigger wheels, upgraded brakes, upgraded suspension, an engine rebuild and an exhaust is all you need for this car to become a little bit of a mini supercar killer for our Indian roads. Yes, being naturally aspirated, you can't gain much from this engine. However, the little bit of horsepower you do gain from these things really makes a big difference, as this car does not weigh a lot. 1.2 tons is not a heavy weight for this car at all. Finally, let's talk value. So prices of this generation of the Honda Civic are quite low at around 2 or 2.5 lakhs or even lower than that if you are prepared for going for an older car with higher mileage. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and take a second to subscribe also. With that, I'll see you in the next video really soon. Take care, bye bye, drive safe.